2017, just 16 remained in operation, and as of 2023, there's just one Lone Star left in Guam. Launched in 2004, BLT Steak sought to combine French bistro vibes with chef-centric reinventions of classic steakhouse favorites. In the early 2000s, it grew into a moderately sized string of elegant establishments, offering familiar fare like porterhouse and New York strip steaks, wedge salads, oysters, and their famously massive fresh-baked popovers. But COVID and the subsequent financial fallout would put BLT Steak almost out of business. Parent company BLT Restaurant Group shut down the dining rooms of its flagship Manhattan restaurants during the lockdown. In April 2020, BLT received a $3.3 million PPP loan to keep the business alive, but with no on-site dining and limited staff, it wasn't able to receive PPP forgiveness. With its revenues tanked, BLT shut down 4 of its U.S. restaurants and filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in March 2022. As of 2023, 5 BLT Steak restaurants are open overseas, with 2 remaining in the
Oh my
US,
god,
along
this
with
toast
3 BLT
burning!
Prime locations. Claim Jumper tried to occupy a spot at the apex of the chain restaurant pyramid. The average outlook promised the comfort of a dining at a chain, but with nice steaks, chef-crafted dishes, top-shelf cocktails, and wine. Following the massive economic problems of 2009 and 2010, Claim Jumper filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. At the time, the company had amassed as much as $500 million in debt and had as little as $50 million in assets. Back then, 45 Claim Jumper restaurants were still pulling in customers in the Midwest and on the West Coast. The chain survived bankruptcy, but it's a much smaller operation than it once was. In 2023, only 11 Claim Jumper steakhouse and bar locations remain operational. In 1963, actor Dan Blocker, star of the popular TV western Bonanza, helped open the Bonanza Steakhouse. Within a few years, Blocker sold the place, and in the 80s, Metro Media Restaurant Group bought both Bonanza and rival outpost Ponderosa, operating them as one chain with 2 names. By the early 90s, about 700 Ponderosa steakhouses were open in the US and elsewhere. Patrons could order a steak or a massive cheeseburger from the menu, or they could hit the hot buffet for fried chicken, pizza, and desserts, as well as a salad bar.
That gold never did belong to Ponderosa in the first place.
Metro Media filed for bankruptcy in 2008 and was able to work out of it within a year, but the steakhouses began an irreversible pattern of closure. By 2011, about 2/3 of the locations that were open a decade earlier had shut down. In 2023, a combined 21 restaurants are still kicking, 2/3 of which are Ponderosa and the rest Bonanza. In 1974, Bill McCormick and Doug Schmick, the owner and manager of one of Portland's oldest restaurants, Jake's Famous Crawfish, branched out to launch McCormick and Schmick's, a moderately priced yet